Greetings, my dears, in love and light. Signs that you're psychic. Now, being psychic is a term given to having senses outside of our 5 human senses: smell, taste, sight, hearing, and touch. So if you're psychic, you may have abilities such as intuition, which we all have, the ability to predict the future, telepathy, that's two-way communication mind to mind, reading thoughts, that's traditionally just called being psychic, feeling others' emotions, that's empathic, being able to perform psychometry, that's holding objects and feeling their energies or going to places and reading their atmosphere, being clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient or claircognizant, reading aura energies and electromagnetic fields, and more. So just to clarify, the word psychic is traditionally used to refer to someone who might read thoughts or make future predictions, but psychic actually refers to, it is an umbrella term referring to lots of psychic abilities. Psychic senses are those spiritual senses which we have within our earthly reality. We're taught to ignore them and brush them off as coincidences or just silly thoughts and behaviours, but we do all have them to some degree. We are all human, we are all souls, we all have these abilities to some degree. Our human vehicle is programmed with our 5 senses, and that's what we're supposed to be using here. But there's total bleed through of these senses that our soul possesses, and instead of ignoring them, we can nurture them and learn from them. And I've done lots of different videos on lots of different psychic senses, as you can see here. You may possess one psychic sense more than another, so you may be psychic, i.e. able to read people's minds, and also be mediumistic, be able to receive spirit communication. Now, all mediums are psychic, but not all psychics are mediums, so some psychics are not so able to receive spiritual communication, although we all do to some degree. And when I say that, I mean discarnate spirits, loved ones and family members on the other side communicating with us. So some people can do it better than others. Some people tend to predict the future a lot. They'll suddenly have a notion pop into their mind about something, and then it will occur in the following minutes or hours or within a day or something. That happens to me a lot, but others it doesn't happen to so much. Different people have different senses switched on to varying degrees because we are all different. So, what are some signs to know that you are psychic? Number 1, you hold an object and you feel different. You might hold your grandmother's ring, for example, and suddenly get a clairvoyant flash in your mind of some image that just popped in there. And it might be an image from her life. You're connecting to her. Please see my video on psychometry. Or you might get a feeling or emotion from the object. Now that's called clairsentience. Empathic is picking up emotions off other people. Clairsentience is picking up emotions off things or via spirit contact. There's lots of different words for these things. Just trying to clarify. They're just labels anyway. But you may get an emotion or feeling off an object. Again, that's psychometry. So you may get an image in the mind, you may get a feeling, or you may just know something. So claircognizance comes into play. Please see my videos on all the clairs. So you may just know a piece of information, know something that your grandmother knew. Number 2, you may sense the atmosphere of a place or area strongly. Now this shows that you're psychic for sure. You walk into a place and you can just gain a feeling. I mean, you could close your eyes and still feel the same feeling. It's not because you're looking at it, you're walking in there and you're feeling like, oh gosh, chills come over you. Or you get a sense of foreboding. Or you walk into, say, a pub and it feels very warm and happy and jolly in there. That's you sensing the energies of the surroundings, a sign you're psychic. Number 3. You sense or feel the energies of a crowd or room of people. As well as being empathic and experiencing people's emotions as if they're your own, you can also get a sense of the mood of the people in the room, or just sense the general energies, perhaps their origin, their soul's origin in the universe, or how awakened they are, how positive or negative they are, what kind of person they are, what potentialities there are in their reactions and behaviours. There's lots of different aspects you can just sense about someone. You can sense that about a group of people, a room full of people. You can pick them out and sort of, not stereotyping, but sense what kind of person each of them is. Number 4, you keep just knowing the future or having a feeling that something will happen. Now again, the clairs come into play here. It can be a visual, clairvoyant thing, or it could be claircognizance, just knowing, or clairsentience, a feeling or emotion about something. Or it can feel like synchronicity. Please see my video on premonitions, because someone or something can just pop into your head and you can not even recognize it as anything special, and then the next day you meet that person or that thing occurs. It just popped into your head the day before. Now that's a premonition, and that's a sign that you're psychic. Number 5, you are clairvoyant. You have images that pop into your mind. Now you could be picking this up off the mass consciousness, the Akashic records. You could be picking it up of discarnate entities, ghosts or spirits, or even loved ones pass over. You could be picking up clairvoyant images of someone you're talking to. So they're describing something and your mind is literally following along with their story, and you're seeing it how they do. Your third eye is very active and you see a lot. The images just pop in there. They don't have to be still images. It can be events playing out in there. It feels like you're having a sudden daydream or a strong bit of imagination there, or something just random pops in there, an image of something, just a random object. You think, where did that come from? You may have picked it up from the Akashic records, creation itself, from other entities. Number 6, thoughts just pop into your head as if from nowhere. Now there can be lots of sources for this. You could be having a sort of a telepathic communication. We're all telepathic to some degree, and when we're having a human verbal conversation with someone, there's telepathy going on there too. Depending on how well you know the person and how much time you spend with them, there'll be some telepathy going on there. You start to finish each other's sentences, know each other's thoughts and opinions, and it's that sense of just knowing. As I always say, it's like file sharing. It's not communicating in words to each other. It's just knowing what the other person knows. Knowing they were going to say that. Knowing what they want to eat. Saying something just before they say it. It's that sense of knowing. That's telepathy going on. Number 7, another sign that you could be psychic, although we all are, is that you reach for your phone before it beeps. So you just know you've got a text message there or a message of some sort and it hasn't even beeped yet. You reach for it and then the message comes in. It may also be true that you're detecting the electromagnetic signal to the phone, the changes in the phone itself. Again, you're highly sensitive to electromagnetic fields. Number 8. You think about someone and they actually are in trouble or need you. So you're psychically, mind to mind, just picking up the thoughts and emotions from someone who is in trouble. Often these things are emotionally charged. You're likely to experience a psychic event when there's strong emotions involved, because those emotions send energetic waves throughout our energetic reality and you are sensitive to them and that you pick them up. So you then feel like you should take action for some reason, but you don't know why, to help someone in trouble or know that something negative or positive is going down. Number 9, you have vivid dreams and you dream about people in your life that have passed over or people that are still alive. You dream about lots of different entities and events perhaps that happen in the future. So you may have premonitions in your dreams, receive contact in your dreams, and oftentimes you're able to remember them, or you're able to lucid dream, become aware that you're dreaming while you're dreaming and be able to manipulate your dream. So all of these abilities point to the fact that your psychic senses are switched on and that you're communicating with other layers of reality and seeing the truth behind our reality. Number 10, you get feelings about people. Now I said about reading the energies of crowds of people, but you can be one-to-one with someone and you just met them and you get a feeling about what kind of person they are. On a soul's level, we all come from different places. We come from all over the universe. Some souls originated here on earth and have had many earthly incarnations. Others have come from far and wide. And the norms of vibration and ways of being are different in all these places. And you can sense that when you meet someone. It's like saying one person's from Venus and another person's from Mars. You can sense that because they're different. And on an energetic level, you can sense they're from a different vibration to you. They may feel like a positive vibration, but you just sense they're different. And then you might meet someone who you feel right at home with, and that may be because they are from your home vibration. You may feel like you've known them before, but they feel like they're from home. Number 11, another sign that you're psychic is that you're great at empathizing. What's the reason for that? Because you're picking up their emotions and you know what it feels like to be them right now. Number 12, you have physical pain when they do. Your body is pretty much sympathizing, having sympathy for someone else's pain. You're reading that pain and it's being mirrored in your own body complex. Your mind is providing an experience to you so that you can empathize with that person. Number 13, you sense a presence. You sense spirits are around, ghosts or loved ones passed over. You know when they're there. You have a sense of being watched or a sense that you're not actually alone. Number 14, animals love you. Animals really are quite psychic and we are trained not to pay attention to our senses, but animals, they just feel as they do. And they're not tainted by our third density issues and problems. They have to contend with second density issues and problems, which are much more survival based. So they are free to let their inner senses flow. So if you cuddle your pet and feel like you love them very much, they can feel that and they sense that about you and they warm to you. They can sense what kind of person you are. So animals just love you. I've lost count now, but another sign that you're psychic is you get gut feelings about things. It's kind of like having a premonition. You feel like you are good at discerning the right decision to make. You can see timelines, but subconsciously you get a feel for timelines. If I make this decision, this will happen. If I make that decision, that will happen, because at every decision we make, a new timeline emerges. So you sense those timelines, the potential outcomes, and make the best decision because you've had a gut feeling. Another sign you're psychic is that people appear bright or they have some kind of aura around them. Now, if you're going to have something to do with someone in the future, well, for me anyway, they appear brighter to me. In my mind's eye, they are kind of illuminated. Not so much with my physical eyes, but in my mind's eye, that person stands out with illumination. You can also see auras, that is your energetic electromagnetic field, your soul, just sort of bleeding out around your energetic human self, because everything is energy on the atomic level. So you can see that energy, and you might also be able to see the different colours of the auras to do with as well the different colours of the chakras. You split light out through a prism and you get 7 rays of colour, and you can see those, and those colours balance according to the balance of the entity, the energetic balance, and every entity is different. Another sign is you've always been drawn to the spiritual, paranormal or supernatural. You're interested in things outside of the earthly norm because you know there's truth in it. You just know someone is lying or wronging you. You have a sense that their vibration has turned a little strange if they're lying to you. Plus you can psychically pick up their mental energies and telepathy. So many things come in here. Again, these are all just labels. You sense they're lying to you. You just know you can pick that up. You sense when something is going to be yours, that you're going to have a future with it. For example, when I first saw my house, I knew that was the one. When I first went to my new university, I knew that was the one. You just know. You have a gut feeling into the future. That energy is projected out. You have a sense for the timeline coming, and you know that that place or object or even person, as I mentioned before, you're going to have something to do with them into the future. It's that feeling, yes, that's the one. Now that's a sign that you're psychic. Now, I know there's probably lots of other ways to tell that you're psychic, because there are so many. So leave me a message in the comments section and let me know how you know you're psychic. You just need to work on these abilities. Pay attention to them. Don't brush them off as coincidences or silliness. We're all psychic to some degree, and so are you. So don't forget to click subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, to receive regular spiritual inspiration on your journey through life. And leave me a like too, because we're raising the mass vibration together. So go now in love and peace.